So ribeyes are my favorite steak, and today I'm going to show you how to make them on the charcoal grill. I'm going to start with seasoning these with a good amount of salt and pepper because they're pretty thick cut and I really want to season thoroughly. So I'm going to get these on the grill. Ribeye is a great steak for grilling, but I like to take a little more care of ribeyes when they're on here. I watch them closely because ribeyes tend to have a little more marbling and a little bit more fat to them, but that's what really adds that robust, rich flavor to a good ribeye. So you can tell your grill is good and ready when you hear that sizzle when the steaks are added. If you don't hear a sizzle, your grill's just not hot enough. You know, we're getting a little flare up from the fat dripping down onto the coals. A little bit of flames is okay, it gives a little bit of a char kiss to these steaks, but if the flame gets too excessive, you want to move them off that direct heat and let that subside. So I'm going to pull this middle one right off that heat. See, we're already getting a little bit of a sear. I'm going to pull two of them off just for a second. Let these coals calm down a little bit before I put them back over direct heat. So the flames have subsided. This guy is ready to go. Give it a 90-degree rotate. Make sure that it's getting cooked evenly. And I'm going to put these back on the heat. So I'm going to rotate this one. So I'm going to rotate these now. That'll ensure a nice all over even sear without any parts that get way too charred. So I'm trying not to mess with these too much. I do rotate because I don't want them to get overcharred and a little burnt in areas, but I try and leave them alone as much as possible. If that means not rotating, that's fine. I want to see a good sear. That's the most important part. So the heat here is pretty intense. So this guy has a nice crust forming, and I don't want him to burn. So I'm going to pull him off the direct heat into the cool zone. This one isn't getting as much heat, so I really want a nice sear, so I'll just go ahead and put him right down there, let him continue cooking over that really hot spot, because I want these to get the same crust that this guy has. So this one's developed a great crust. So again, I'm going to pull this one off, put it into this cooler zone of the grill. So I'm going to pull this one off the direct heat because I see it's got a beautiful sear. Again, putting it over to this cooler zone of the fire. Then I'll put the lid on to help finish cooking them through. And I want to check the temperature periodically. So I'm looking to hit 125 degrees. That way I can let them rest and continue to cook just a little bit up to that medium rare that I'm looking for. So last time I checked, they were about 100 degrees. So this is the point where I really wanted to keep a close eye. So I think they're getting pretty close. See where we're at. So this guy's right at about 120. Pull him. These will go up probably 5 to 10 degrees, so I want them to be right around 120, 125 to get medium rare. And then this one's at 125, so I think we're just pretty set. So I've let these rest for a few minutes so those juices can redistribute. Now that's how you properly cook a ribeye. I hope you enjoy these cuts as much as I do, and check out our other videos for some simple grilling tips.